I had a friend who recently transitioned, and I was having dinner with her the other night, and I asked her, I was like, do you like feel any differences, any changes in your body now that you're kind of pretty deep into HRT? And she starts telling me all this like nonsense about how she like feels more comfortable in her skin and like her personality's changed for the better. And I cut her off. I don't care about any of that stuff. And I asked her the hard-hitting questions, stuff that I cared about. Like I asked her if she felt like less athletic or less strong, kind of like it's the opposite of steroids, right? She really couldn't give me an answer because she wasn't really the athletic type between me and you. She did mention though, while on HRT or while on estrogen, freshly on estrogen, she reached the highest rank she ever reached in League of Legends. And it got me thinking, some of the best gamers that I know are trans. Some of the best Team Fortress 2 players I know are trans. Some of the best Toontown players I know are trans. Some of the best Overwatch players I know are trans. A lot of the best Melee players I know are trans. And not only are these people trans and really good at the game that they play, but they're actually getting better as time progresses. And I know a lot of you are thinking, you're like, okay, that's the love of the game. That's them putting in the hours, the blood, sweat, and tears. And that's what they want you to think, okay? But I know, deep down in here, it's the estrogen. See, now me, I'm a scientist, right? I have a degree right here. You see it? It says degree on it. That makes me qualified to do recreational hormone therapy. Now this video hinges on two things: estrogen and League of Legends. And I already have a League of Legends account, so I'm gonna go explore as many different avenues I have for finding estrogen. Lily, do you have any spare estrogen I can have?
No.
Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood of Southwestern Oregon. All agents are currently busy. Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood. We're very sorry that we missed your call. Please, thank you for calling Planned Parenthood. This is Rose. How can I help?
Yes, hello. I was wondering if I could schedule an appointment for gender-affirming care.
So for new patients, unfortunately, we're not accepting new patients for gender-affirming care. But I am happy to put you on our wait list and also give you some resources for gender-affirming care as well. Okay?
Yes, some resources would be great.
Hi, you reached Dr. Kyle Kurzak at Transition Home. We're receiving a lot of inquiries and we can take a few weeks to reply. Please leave your information and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
God, it's shockingly hard to fucking transition. It's almost like you have to be trans to become trans. What am I gonna do, man? I can't find estrogen anyway. How is it so hard to get this? Huh? What? Escort medication. I wonder what it is. Okay, Lily, that's what I'm talking about. Coming in clutch. Let's see what's on this bad boy, huh? Oh. So what that was an old 4chan thread that basically had a bunch of resources to help people transition. People who couldn't afford it, people who couldn't get prescriptions, people who it wasn't available in their country, etc., etc. And one of the cool things it had was a long spreadsheet of people's experiences that I'm going to ignore, but more importantly, it had a long list of semi-legal online pharmacies that you can order pharmaceuticals from. More specifically for me, estrogen. And the process for this was not straightforward at all. I kind of knew that getting the estrogen would be the hardest part of this challenge, so while I was waiting for it to arrive, I decided to do the control for the experiment, which is to play 150 league games, or 5 games a day for 30 days. The hardest part of this was not getting the estrogen. 150 league games, it's too many games. I finished in like gold 4 or something. Brutal. After my league games, my estrogen still wasn't here, so I thought I'd detail kind of some of the process for what buying the estrogen was like. So first and foremost, since it's not a legal pharmacy, you have to mail them a check. So I call up my bank, I mail them the check. The check goes to their offices in California. Once the check has been cashed and processed, then their offices in California tell their pharmacy to prep the order and send it to me. Turns out the order was not in New Zealand, which is what the pharmacy told me. It's in the South Pacific island of Vanuatu, which red flags coming from this guy, alarms dinging loud. But if I can't trust the good people of Vanuatu, then who can I trust? So I let it slide. Then Vanuatu gives the package to what I can only assume is their most trustworthy mailman on horseback. Because then it takes 3 weeks to get from Vanuatu to Queens, New York. From Queens, New York, it takes 2 days to get to Portland, then another day to get to Eugene, which is where I live, and then I went to go pick it up. After it was all said and done, the entire process, I think, was a month and a half from when I ordered it online to when I picked it up at the post office. But now I can confidently say that I'm the proud owner of synthetic hormone. It's scary a little bit, eh? Smaller than a pack of cigarettes. Do you feel the aura coming from it? I feel the aura coming from it. You know, dynamite comes in small packages too. Before we take the estrogen, let's do a quick physiology lesson. Now, the name of the game for hormone replacement therapy is bioavailability. There's going to be a couple things at play here. There's a lot of complicated stuff that comes with transitioning, but really all we care about is pharmacokinetics, okay? Which is basically how the body absorbs drugs. So the most prominent way, the way that I think a lot of people kind of understand hormone replacement therapy or steroids and things like that, is you can just inject it into you. Kind of popular, great for bioavailability. You're basically shoving that shit straight into your bloodstream and it's awesome. Right? I'm scared. Hormone therapy, it's scary. I'm not going to be doing injections. You could also do topographical, like a nicotine patch, right? So you can just do a nicotine patch, but for hormones, that also works. They do that for old ladies and stuff. But our journey is going to start in the mouth. So come join me. Okay, so we're in the mouth. It's dark, it's scary, it's wet, but this is where most drugs start. There's a type of drug that you can take, or drugs that you can take, that are called sublingual. Basically put them under your tongue and they get absorbed from the mouth straight into your bloodstream. Great for bioavailability. I'm going to be taking oral estrogen. We're going to be swallowed down in the throat. God, I hate that guy, huh? And then we're at the stomach, right? Not a lot of important stuff happens in the stomach. Kill me! Our journey is even deeper into the gastrointestinal tract, where a lot of oral medication is absorbed, or in my case, estrogen is going to be in the gut, in the small intestine. And so the problem with oral... the problem with oral medication, especially as it pertains to hormones, is that the hormones end up getting caught by the liver, almost like you're trying to take a water bottle through TSA or something. So 95% or something like that of the hormone, of the estrogen that I would be taking, is going to be grabbed by the liver and basically thrown out, excreted somehow. And the other 5% is going to be what's bioavailable to all my body parts, my skin, brain, organs, balls, whatever, what have you. And estrogen that's in my bloodstream, that's going to be the things that are directly affecting the parts of my body as I'm gaming. And from what I understand, basically 3 things happen within the first month of HRT. You get more emotional, your skin gets softer, your libido goes down, and hopefully your league rank goes up. Now with that out of the way, I can finally take my first estrogen pill and become the league god I was always meant to be. Okay. But before that, there's just one more thing I need to take care of.
Thank you for calling California Cryovac Palo Alto. All of our agents are busy helping other customers. At the tone, please record your message.
How do I make it so that my seed is used to spawn like the next generation of like super soldiers and world leaders and astronauts and stuff?
Thank you for calling the fertility center in Oregon.
I was wondering what your guys' kind of procedure was for sperm donation. Is that something I can do at home? Can I just kind of like do it into a cup and then put it in the freezer? So that was me trying to preserve my sperm, because there's a very small chance that this might sterilize me. First place I called was a sperm bank in California. That's where I'm from. This place keeps getting review bombed by guys who keep getting denied. So I'm like, I'll be reading the reviews, and one of them was, I filled out the online application, and even though the only descriptor for me was identifying my ethnicity and nothing else, I was rejected and not suitable, right? These reviews go on and on and on, and they keep talking about how, like, they keep getting rejected, what's the deal, waste of time, like, I don't feel respected, and it's like, dude, you're selling cum for money. Like, why is there such a weird fucking standard for you? The second place I called was a fertility clinic, and I don't even think they freeze sperm. And if they did, I probably wouldn't pay for it, because I'm not gonna pay someone to store my own cum. But yeah, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Here's the Estrogen. There it is. It's even labeled. I don't know if you can see that's like a revolver of transgenderness. How do I open this? Alright, I already broke one of the pills because I'm too strong. Let me read the fucking instructions. Okay. Are these instructions? Here we go. Alright, so I guess I accidentally broke the first one. So the first one, 2 of them are going to end up being half doses, I think. Alright. Oh man, I already won 100% Celeste and New Vegas and Hearts of Iron 4. I feel my head's woozy. Alright, let's get it started. This is week 1, and this sucks. I don't know how women live like this. I'm very emotional all the time. I'm crying to like nothing. I'm a hard stuck silver 2. I got 3 more weeks of this, man. I just finished week 2, silver 1. But I was thinking, is gender affirming misogyny okay? Like Lily, right, from earlier in the video? I've known her before and after she's transitioned, and she was a terrible driver before she transitioned, and she's still a terrible driver now. Is her being a terrible driver just proof of the woman she always was?
GI, your government has abandoned you. Defect, GI. It is a very good idea to leave a sinking ship. They lie to you, GI. You know you cannot win this war. Your rich leaders grow richer while you die in the swamp, GI.
Yoo-hoo, boys. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's week 4 now. I'm done. It's been a month. I ended up gold 2. So, my win-loss ratio for the control, or the non-E, was, I think, 74 wins, 76 losses. And this go-around, it was 79 wins and 71 losses. That's on E. So I went from a negative win rate to a positive win rate. Pretty cool. I played Phil the whole time, right? So I didn't play like a role. I just queued every single role and then hoped for the best. I didn't end up with any gyno or anything like that. I'll show pictures of my, I guess, half-naked body to kind of show how they changed over the month. I didn't get any blood work done beforehand because I don't have insurance, kind of. It's complicated. But I might get some afterwards, just to make sure I'm not like sterile or anything like that. But yeah, there was one part of me, the last 10 or 15 games or so on E, I was killing it on support. I was killing it. My bard, it was nuts. I had like a 75% win rate over like a dozen games or something. It was ridiculous. I'm like, dude, the E is making me the support gamer of the year, dude. I was popping off. If I wanted to, you know, I'm a truthful guy. I was actually this close. I'm like, you know what? I should just queue support and just hit plat and just be like, oh yeah, Estrogen gamer. Look, all I'm saying is that the evidence, it's not suggesting that it makes you better at video games. Just maybe the girly parts of video games. But yeah, I've never been great with outros or endings. But if you've made it this far, thank you. This was incredibly stupid. But if this video ends up getting something ridiculous, I don't know, if this video ends up getting like 1 million views or something, I'll do chemotherapy. I'll do recreational chemotherapy for Valorant, because that game's a cancer. But yeah, I'll smell you guys later. Bye, Z's.